Howdy folks, Grumpy Mike here, and honestly this really wasn't the video that I had planned to put up today. As a matter of fact, I just walked in here and fired everything up and just picked up the guitar. I hadn't really warmed up, so it kind of stunk out loud, but yeah, these old, folks, I've done so much damage to these hands. I've broken so many bones and just crushed these hands so much that it's a miracle I can play at all, but that's neither here nor there. I'm making this video today because honestly I kind of felt the need to address the elephant in the room. And of course, I'm talking about Gibson's habit of suing everybody for ridiculous, what, huh? Oh, sorry, that elephant. Yeah, that one. That's, yeah. Of course, I jest. Yeah, we're all being affected. Everybody's having to deal with this. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're in South Florida like me, you're dealing with it. If you're in New York, if you're in the States, you're dealing with it. If you're on the other side of the planet, you're dealing with it. And we don't have a choice. We have to. But it also means that, you know, there's an awful lot of people being put in the bind. And we can't forget that. We've got some of our fellow human beings, our brothers and our sisters, who are getting really affected hard by this. And it doesn't matter. I mean, of course, if you have this thing and you're dealing with that of course, you know, hopefully you're dealing with a mild case of it and not, you know, not requiring hospitalization and you know, Lord be with all those who are in that position. But even if you're not, you know, you might not be able to go to work. You might not be able to draw a paycheck right now. So certainly we need to be mindful of folks, and by all means, if even if you're doing okay, if there's somebody in your neighborhood, somebody that you know, friend, family, even if it's somebody you don't know, but they're in your neighborhood and you find out that they could use some help, and if you're able to do it, well, come on. You're a guitar player. You're a musician. We're good people. That's what we do. We do good things. We don't do bad things. We do good things. Remember that. So as a result of everything going on, and probably the way I'm being affected the most, because fortunately whoever thought I would be essential, but apparently I am, because I have to go to work every day. And I'm so thankful for that, because I live on a budget and I need that paycheck. So I'm very grateful for that. But at the same time, I've got a few other things going on right now. This house where normally just me and Miss Grumpy live, we now have Miss Grumpy's son, his wife, and their 2 small children living in the house. So it's a new experience for me because I have no children of my own, and well, let's just say it's an adjustment. It's fine. It's entertaining in its own right, but it does involve some challenges, and it has made it a little bit restrictive on when I can shoot video and when I can't. There seems to be a lot of screaming going on. When I say screaming, I mean excited laughter, screaming, kind of. I think you know what I mean. And by no means is my little studio room here even close to soundproof, so that makes things interesting. So anyway, that's where I'm at, and that's mostly how it's affecting me. So it's, in a way, it's actually kind of a joy because the little grandbabies are a lot of fun, and we love them to death. And so, but like I said, this is not the video. I've got another video, pretty much. It's in the can. It's waiting to go. I just felt like before I do anything else, I should do this. So, and that's what I'm doing. But let's not waste the time. Let me at least show something, and it's this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the most expensive guitar I own. That's right, my 2018 Gibson Les Paul Traditional. And this is a fantastic guitar. I mean, you can talk about the 2019, you know, the new era, the new ownership, and everyone went crazy and nuts talking about how great the new 2019, last year, the new 2019 Gibsons were. Oh, they're so, well, I can't find a single thing wrong with this guitar. Now, true, I looked at, I looked at every Les Paul I could get my hands on for over a year before I found this particular one. And it is a traditional model, and I went with a traditional over a standard, mostly because I did not want it to be weight relieved. Now, I know everybody, oh, it's so light. Oh, this guitar is so light. It's great. I don't care if a guitar is light. I don't care if it's heavy. I just want it to sound good. I've carried heavy stuff my whole life. A few extra pounds on a guitar isn't going to bother me that much. But this guitar, I mean, yeah, it sounds like a Les Paul. There's nothing that distinguishes the sound of this guitar over the standard version of it. However, I just, you know, when I'm standing up, right now I'm sitting down, but when I'm standing up, I just think well, let me see. Just the weight of it, the way it hangs, there's certainly no neck dive, but it feels more natural to me than the lighter Les Pauls, and maybe that's just because back in the day whenever I picked up a Les Paul it felt like this, and now when I pick up a Les Paul and it doesn't have that heft, it I don't know, to me it just doesn't feel the same. So that's why I was drawn to this, and I saved up a long time to be able to buy it. And I wouldn't trade it. This is a guitar I will never sell. I will never part with. I'm going to keep this one till they put me in the ground. So that's one of my guitars. I think in the comments on my first video, somebody had asked about seeing my guitars. So figure why not start with the most expensive one. And I've got a couple of other semi-higher priced guitars, not quite as much as this, but I'll show those at some point. I'm sure you'll see them all eventually. But most of my guitars are, you know, mid-range, you know, like in the price range of a Mexican Strat. Nothing other than my PRS and this guitar, and I also have a early 90s Fender Strat Plus, which I'm sure that's over $1,000. So those three guitars are certainly my most expensive. Everything else is sub $1,000. What they are not is sub quality. I don't buy a sub quality guitar. I don't, and let me explain that. Certainly when you see something online and you've never actually picked it up and played it, and the price is, you know, low, yeah, you can order it and have it shipped to you, and you're taking your chances. Of course, you can always send it back when it stinks, but I've never been a fan of that. I like to pick up a guitar and play it before I buy it. So even my cheapest guitars, my lowest end guitars, they all play well, and they all sound good. And truthfully, I've done a whole lot of pickup swaps in some of them, but I think as of right now, most every guitar I have, I've ended up just putting the original pickups back in them. I think I have a Chapman ML3 Modern that I'm currently, I've got the pickups out of it, and as soon as I get time and space to do it, I've got a set of Seymour Duncan Pearly Gates pickups I'm going to try in it, see how that goes. So, but that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. Not really much else for this. This wasn't a planned video. Just wanted to acknowledge the current event that has us all stuck in our houses. And if you are getting a little stir crazy, I just recommend, well, I'll tell you what. Let me give you some suggestions on things to do. Rearrange your pedal board. How about that? Try a bunch of different combinations. Maybe don't put your overdrive first. Try putting your overdrive last. Put your delay first. Just play with it. Do something different from what you normally do, and who knows, you may find something you really like. Try different tone settings on your amp. Fire up, you know, if you've got a recording setup, if you've got a DAW, fire up your DAW and just play with a bunch of new ideas, just anything that comes to your head. There's a lot of stuff that we can do to pass the time. You just got to get the motivation, you know, I think we're all going to do just fine. We'll get through it, and I have a feeling we'll get through it a little faster than most of the experts say. I think we're going to round the corner here pretty soon. I'm trying to stay positive. Now, as a little teaser, I do have a video, like I said, pretty much ready to go. And I do want to make it clear that it was shot several weeks ago, before all the lockdowns and everything. So, and let's just say it starts out with me out in front of Guitar Center, because I bought something, and well, you'll just have to wait and see. I'll just give you this little hint. Old-fashioned guy right here, trying something new, trying something he's not normally gone for before, but giving it a chance. So that's going to come up here before too long, and till then, I just hope all of you have a good day, be good to each other, and I'll see you next time. Take care.